The sounds of darkness. Lee Masters, FBI, who wages relentless war against crime. Lee Masters, the blind detective who challenges the sounds of darkness. The sounds of darkness. Tonight, Georgia in her mind.
Reckon it'll work?
Works on television, doesn't it?
Very funny. The thing is...
Mind the incoming cars.
What are you talking about? Hey! Did you see that roadhog?
Go on. Why don't you?
Why don't I what?
Ask me how I knew.
I'm not going to. I'm going to punish you. Because you've traveled with me before along this highway. You know there's a turnpike here, and you're being clever as all get out.
Just keep me in practice. Keeping that mental clock of mine working. Which side?
Of the bed?
Yeah.
The wrong one. I reckon we're wasting our time going down to Vermont.
I don't.
Sure, it's your idea. All we have to do is slip up on one item, and she won't talk.
Then we mustn't slip up.
Look, you take a dame, a woman called Andra Krucheska. Lithuanian, works in New York. Is known to be a courier for the Reds. Has been fingered, but will not break. Can't be brought to trial. Can't be deported. No evidence. We want to break her because you and Curtis Blumenthal of CIA and Ames happen to think something's coming up in Canada. Okay? Canadian boys think the same. They want our assist. So we stage an elaborate bit of nonsense to get her to talk.
That's right.
Even if it works, what can she tell us?
What we want to know.
She is a courier.
No, she's more than that. Andrei Krucheska is a full-blooded Soviet agent.
Now she tells me. Okay, if we know that, kick her out. Put her inside.
No.
Why not?
Because she knows something's coming up, that's why. We want her broken. Fast.
Put her up against a wall, shoot her, or pretend to.
Archaic.
But effective.
This day and age.
Yeah, well, okay. Georgia, here we come. Georgia, USSR.
She's due to come to in about 5 minutes. You know the layout of this place? Back rooms. This place here, which is the kind of kitchen. And the room there, where she is. Andrew. At no time will you come into this anteroom until called. I'm sorry, gentlemen, but the game could be given away.
Sure, we know. No need to read us the Gettysburg Address. Come on, Ames, Johnny.
Okay. Nurse Kaplan, from this point on, you are Maria Rudletskaya. I am Yuri Zatko, as in the epic hero, remember?
You can't catch me, Yuri.
Good. Well, let's go in.
Smoke?
Oh, I'm giving it up.
Can't take it.
Trying to stay healthy.
Young boys like me can take it. 5 minutes almost over.
is he?
Mandrake, Courier 1 has disappeared. We suspect she has gone visiting.
Since?
This morning. We recover?
If we do not recover, Montreal does not take place. Blitz?
2 days. We will find her.
She must not die. Recover and liquidate.
Good afternoon, Andrea Krucheska. Good afternoon, Andrea Krucheska.
Who are you?
I am Dr. Yuri Zatko. This woman is Maria Ruletskaya.
Where am I?
You are not to fret. You are Andrea Krucheska. You are home, Andrea. Russia, Georgia, where you spent so many of your young years, where you met and married your husband, Anatoly Gregin.
He's dead.
Yes, of course, we know this. He died here. And that was when you joined us. You're intelligent and you need occupation. Remember? This was May 1970.
Yes, America. New York. New York.
Do not excite yourself, Andra.
Oh, what happened?
You were working for us in New York. The Americans realized this.
I know. They questioned me. And I was walking down the street. Down the street.
Yes, that was 2 weeks ago. We know all about it. You were walking down the street. A woman bumped into you.
Oh.
You were scratched on the forearm on purpose. A drug. You collapsed. You were taken somewhere, but our embassy heard about it. You were recovered. There was an exchange of gifts, shall we say, between their nation and ours.
See, and I am now in Georgia.
I have said so.
You have been very ill. The Americans subjected you to many drugs.
Drugs?
Yes.
You have been most ill, comrade. And you have been indiscreet.
What? What do you say?
While you were in American hands, you told them of what was planned for Montreal, Canada. Not your fault, although we did expect more control until we were able to find you.
I told them?
Yes, you told them everything. It is no matter now. Plans were changed. So you will not be punished, Andrea Krucheska. It concerns the current détente with Red China and the possibility of trade missions and perhaps arms exchanges with Red China. Do you remember any such thing?
No, I feel I'm sick.
Do not worry about that, then. But what you told them about Montreal, perhaps you will be punished for not standing up to routine questioning.
I do not. I feel sick.
Maria.
Here, let me give you something to drink here.
Let us concentrate on Montreal, then.
But you know about Montreal.
Of course we know. But, Andrea, to work for us again, I must know your state of mind, your mental health. Now, Montreal. What did you tell them? What was the diversion planned for Montreal?
You know this. You know. I feel so sick.
Andra Krucheska, Montreal.
But you know this. I feel sick. Help me, please.
Nurse Letskaya, attend to her. I will return in 10 minutes.
But, Johnny, you had no right to shove off like that. You know I turned down a date for you.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly why I'm phoning, Phoebe.
The name is Phoebe.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, look, do you forgive me, honey? I'm away on business. Be back in 3 days. I'll look you up then, huh?
What?
Give me that telephone, please.
Well, who are you? You come busting in here in my apartment. Who are you?
See this gun? You will come with me. Lead me to Johnny Bridges.
How do you like that? She hangs up on me.
What else?
That's what I like about this business. I don't even get time to tell all my broads that I'm leaving town.
Tough.
Phoebe is a lovely girl.
Oh, so you say.
Stacked like Venus de Milo, Lee, and she's got arms. I'll call her again.
No, Johnny, not too many calls.
Okay.
News?
Yeah, it's going okay. Hey, you guys got any coffee in here? I could have made myself some, but...
Well, there's some here.
Well, how's it going?
Yeah, so far so good. I got around her to Montreal, but... You know, I don't want to press it yet. She's worried. And I am, too. You know, we could give ourselves away so easily. Now, we're supposed to know what's planned for Montreal, of course, and...
Here you are.
Ah, thanks.
Milk, sugar?
No, that's okay, thanks. But anyways, that's where we're at. Montreal. I've conditioned her to telling me about the diversion first before she gets into trying to talk about some of the other nonsense I put in her mind.
This diversion. It's planned for tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
Then you better get her to talk, huh?
If I can, in my own time.
We don't have much time.
Now, you guys want me to blow it? I'll go in and give it a 3rd degree. You want that? She will not talk unless it's done my way.
You're a head shrinker by profession?
A psychiatrist, yes.
Oh, that's what I said. It's just that we have to know urgently what's planned up there.
I know that. I've worked with you guys before. Or at least, not you personally, but Curtis Blumenthal and for other departments. Okay, I'll try her again. But I cannot rush her. I mean, you guys thought of this from A to Z. You must have known it would take time.
We have time. Until about 6 tonight, I guess.
It is now 3. Okay. And please don't forget to stay in this room.
We have to know, Lee. We have to know now.
Oh, for crying out loud.
You will not be heard. You have only to talk.
I don't know where he is. He said Georgia way, that's all.
Where we are now.
Ow! I saw that. I saw what you did, young man. I'm going to report you to the police. I saw you lift your hand and strike that. I saw you. I'm going to report you.
Sure, this is the town.
No, I'm not sure. I only know that, well, Johnny said something about, well, he didn't say he was going away anyway. And that was why he called me, see? But 2 nights back he was going on about, well, he said Georgia, and he said something, oh, I don't know. Maybe his boss. Yeah, he said his name's Masters, and... No, he said Lee Masters will be coming here. I think he said this town. I just think he said this town.
You can go. Open the car door and go.
Can I? Oh, can I go?
Be careful not to walk on the road. The cars, eh? Walk on the side, the gravel.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thanks.
well, I will take the outside road, go back into town, and try trick. It may work. I have little time for anything else. I'm sorry to have shot such a woman. Good body, good arms and hands. A pity.
Do not excite yourself.
I do not understand why you must know about Montreal.
You dare to question me?
I'm most sorry.
That is better. Walk round a little. Breathe some air. Go to the window. The lovely air of our countryside.
It is indeed lovely. I do not know this part.
And you are not to know, my dear.
Of course not.
Andra Krzyzewska, we are...
Yes, I am not behaving.
Montreal.
But you know what happened in Montreal.
You are being impertinent.
I'm sorry. Pravda. So it was truly in New York 2 weeks ago that I fell ill.
That you were abducted, yes. Now put that paper down. Sit and answer my questions.
What time is it, please?
5 o'clock. Oh, you would like some tea? Some Georgian herb tea?
Please.
Nurse.
Of course. I'm sorry. My mind has not been clear, and I have been insolent. I do apologize. Montreal. Yes, of course I will tell you all.
Good. Cigarette?
Thank you. My favorite.
Of course. You are a valued agent, Andra Krzyzewska. We pander sometimes to the agents we value. But we have wasted time.
Yes.
The ashtray is next to you. Begin. Montreal.
Well, as you know, there was to be the attempt on the life of the Canadian Prime Minister. He was to be wounded, and evidence laid the blame, on the Commercial Trade Union Committee. The purpose, of course, to bring about government attention on the union itself, perhaps to disband it and allow a new union to form, which would be staffed, of course, by men owing allegiance to the communist cause. Now, this was to have happened...
Did happen.
Of course. Of course. This happened 2 weeks ago. What was the reaction?
Most favorable. Most favorable. Continue.
Bridges?
Johnny Bridges, Halkins in town here. You know a dame called Phoebe Watkins? Well, her body has been found just out of town. She has a bangle thing named of Johnny on it. Well, knowing you guys were in the vicinity, I thought, could it be you?
How was she killed?
Gunned down, side of the road. Well, has she anything to do with the jazz you're up to? The hills up there? Because you might have warned me. I have a job to do, and if your job involved throwing bodies all over the
Shut
place...
up! Where is she?
Well, in the morgue.
Look, I'll call back.
She was working for you?
I'll call back.
Okay. Oh, and I directed someone up to you. A guy called Chalice. One of your boys. Fed. Nice guy.
Chalice? Describe him to me. Fast.
Thank you, Andrei Krzyzewska. Extinguish your cigarette. You may burn your fingers.
Of course. Oh, most sorry. What is this? Made in New Jersey? USA?
Call the other guys, nurse. We are blown. Who the devil brought in an ashtray that's made in New Jersey? Johnny! Lee Ames, get in here!
She's dead. Broken neck.
Justify that. That I killed Andrei Grucheska. Please to stand where you are, all of you. I am a good shot.
You killed Phoebe?
Phoebe? Oh, that rather gorgeous woman I brought with me from New York. Yes, I had no more use of her.
Why, Johnny? So you called yourself Chalice and posed as a fad. You got a helpful cop to direct you here.
Naturally. Andra Kucheska?
Yes?
To one side.
Listen, whoever you are.
You will not shoot me!
That, of course, is all I wish to accomplish. The death of Andra Krucheska before she could talk. Did she talk about Montreal? Very clever of you. To make pretend this a Russian house in Georgia, Russia. Why? What gave it away?
An ashtray. A damned ashtray.
And Andra reacted like a trained person she was. And killed that woman, huh? 3 women dead. Your girlfriend, Bridges, that woman there, and Andra Krucheska. I am afraid I will have to add men to that list of the dead. You, did she talk of Montreal?
Yes.
I see.
I'm standing at the end of a loose carpet. He's about 4 feet from me. Maybe on the same thing. The floor, I felt as I came in, slippery. I tried to duck, pull the carpet, get something going.
I see. But you will not get this information too, kind of the gentleman. Who wishes first to die? It does not matter to me.
You still got a gun, duck!
I trust that was you shooting him, Johnny.
Sure was. That crud. He killed...
Easy on, boy, easy on. Look, I'll phone through to Montreal where you have time, just. Doc, come on, let's go. Okay.
Dead people happen, boy. In our business. Okay, Johnny. Let's go.
The Sounds of Darkness is produced by Brian O'Shaughnessy.
Yes? Who is this?
It's me, Sam.
Sam?
Samantha, your secretary, Lee.
I know, but what the heck are you calling for at this time of night? Don't you ever sleep?
Oh, Lee, they picked up a boyfriend of mine on a charge of murder, and he didn't do it.
Well, if he didn't do it, what are you worried about?
The trouble is, although I know he didn't do it, he's confessed to the murder.
Goodyear presents The Sounds of Darkness. Good evening. The Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, makers of passenger, truck, and tractor tires for every requirement in South Africa's farming, commerce, and industry, bring you Lee Masters, the blind detective who challenges The Sounds of Darkness. In tonight's Sounds of Darkness, you will hear Tony Jay as Lee Masters, James White as Johnny Bridges, and Elaine Lee as Samantha Darlington. Others in the cast are Patricia Sanders, George Carellin, Gordon Mulholland, and Hugh Rouse. Now let us join the world of Lee Masters in tonight's Sounds of Darkness, learning the hard way.
All right, Sam. Tell me all about it.
Well, his name is Bruce Skinner. He's an artist.
An artist? You mean the full bit? Greenwich Village, sandals and beard?
Well, he does live in the village, and he does have a beard, but, well, he's not a hippie.
What the heck's a hippie?
Oh, they used to call him beatniks.
Go on.
Well, apparently last night, he met this guy that he hasn't seen since they were in college together. They hung one on.
Where did this booze-up take place?
All over. They did a crawl. But they ended up in Skid Row.
Nice friends you have.
Oh, Lee, it sounds bad, I know, but Bruce isn't that sort of guy. But you know what a couple of fellows are when they get a bit high.
They were looking for dames?
Oh, no, I shouldn't think so. Well, not Bruce, at least. All he wants to do when he gets high is spout poetry and argue. He'll argue with anyone after a few shots.
So, how did they end up in the row?
I don't know. And neither does Bruce. He just doesn't remember. He came to, sleeping on a bench on the subway station at 51st Street.
And, who was killed?
It was a girl. Her name is Helen Scranton. A real no-good Nick, by all accounts.
A hustler?
I suppose. Well, most of them hustle when they get that low.
How was she killed?
Strangled. Strangled with a necktie.
And, how did your boyfriend Bruce come to be involved in all this?
Well, the old doll who runs the rooming house where it happened saw a guy answering Bruce's description leave Helen Scranton's room about 3:30 this morning. Well, the cops checked and soon ran Bruce to the ground. The thing is that the necktie that was used is Bruce's. And he's confessed. He's confessed to strangling her.
Okay, Johnny. Now, here's the score as far as I've been able to ascertain. Helen Scranton, vagrant. Practically a human derelict. Certainly no looker. Found strangled with a necktie. The necktie belongs to one Bruce Skinner. Artist, no permanent employ. But otherwise, no record. Seems to be a pretty regular sort of guy. Last night, he meets up with an old college chum. They go off on a bender together. Skinner passes out around 2 in the morning. Wakes up on a subway bench. According to him, he clearly remembers strangling a skinny brunette.
Yeah.
A brunette who was wearing blue hipster slacks and a white sweater. A perfect description of Helen Scranton.
So, what's the problem?
The problem, Johnny, is feminine intuition.
Are you kidding?
Don't knock it till you tried it. I'm a firm believer in feminine intuition.
But who's had the intuition?
Sam.
Huh?
Our pretty little secretary, Samantha Darlington, whom you fancy like crazy.
How does she come into this?
She knows this Bruce Skinner. She's convinced he didn't do it.
How is she convinced?
Because he's not a guy like that.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. And I believe her.
Have you spoken to the guy yet?
No, not yet. I intend to right away. But I've spoken to Sam, and that's enough to get me interested in the case.
Where's he being held?
5th Precinct. Let's go over and have a word with my friend, Lieutenant Evans.
Well, here he is, Lee. It's against the rules, as you know, but I reckon our friendship will stand for you to have 10 minutes with him.
Thanks, Bertie. Okay. Take me in, Johnny.
Straight in, Lee. No step. Bunk 3 feet to your right when you're in.
Thanks.
Gee, do you have to slam that thing like that?
Got a head, boy?
Oh, you have to be kidding. Heads I haven't got, but delicately veined balloons filled with throbbing pain tissue. These I have 2 of. For want of a better word, we'll call them heads.
I'm Lee Masters.
Oh, yeah? I heard of you. You're the blind guy that Sam works for?
That's me.
She drag you into this?
In a way.
Well, it's no use. Don't ask me why I did it, but I did. I've never even set eyes on the broad before, so help me. But I must have done it.
Why?
Because I remember doing it, and I gave a perfect description of her, and they found my tie around her throat, so I confessed.
So Sam tells me. Look, Buster, if you did it, you deserve to burn, and I wouldn't even ask for clemency for you.
Sure.
But there's something that smells here. That is, apart from your booze-soaked breath.
Well, yeah, do I still smell of the stuff?
I have very sensitive nostrils. Tell me what you remember. I understand you passed out in the early hours of this morning.
Yeah, I don't know that I passed out. The last thing I remember is arguing with Red, the barman in Casey's bar just off Broadway.
Yeah, I know the place. You picked a fight with Red? You must have been looking for trouble.
Red knows me. I always look for trouble when I'm high.
Go on. Start from the time you first met this friend of yours.
Okay. Well, I get to exhibit in a little gallery in the village every now and so often. I've been around there, and they'd sold a painting of mine. I was very surprised, see?
Why? Are you a bad artist?
Oh, no, I'm a good artist. Very good. That's why I was surprised. The public isn't really ready for work of my caliber yet, you see?
Yeah.
Anyway, I got the dough, and I was walking out into the street when this guy calls to me. At first, I didn't recognize it.
Hey there, Skinny, wait up, will you? Hold it.
Me?
Yeah. The beard had me fooled for a moment, but I know those legs anywhere, boy, believe me.
Well, don't tell me it's Bertie Wagnall.
Another but.
Did you live in New York?
No, I live down in Philadelphia.
Oh, what brings you here, to the hub of the universe?
Oh, a little business.
Wow, this calls for a little celebration.
That it does, friend of my youth.
And it couldn't have come at a more opportune moment.
Okay.
I sold a picture, and I'm slightly loaded.
How do you like that? Look, I got a couple of things to do. Now, you pick me up at my hotel about 8:30 tonight.
Sure, yeah.
Skinny, we'll paint this town a delicate shade of pink.
What's a date? I'll be around about 8:30. 8:30, I picked him up. We had a couple in the bar of the hotel where he's staying.
What hotel is that?
The Marlborough. You know it?
I know it.
Well, from there, we just sort of drifted from one pub to the other. The last I remember, like I said, was Casey's bar.
Apart from remembering the fact that you strangled the broad.
Yeah, apart from that. It's so real, you know, and I don't even know her, Mr. Masters. Do you think I did it?
Do you?
Well, I suppose I must have. The funny thing is, sometimes I feel like I must have dreamed it. The next minute, I know I did it.
And right now, how do you feel about it right now?
Right now, I feel I must be going out of my mind.
This the hotel?
Yeah, this is the Marlborough, where Bertie Wagnall lives.
Okay. Steer me through into the lobby, Johnny.
This way. Excuse me, could you tell me if...
Oh, yeah. So can I help you?
Mr. Wagnall, what room number is he?
Room 1234. You want to see him? Well, I'll check if he's here. What name, please?
Hold it, Buster.
Huh?
Save the efficiency bit. We're from the FBI.
Oh.
Here's my badge. I just want to know if the guy's in.
Oh, I see. Well, yes, he's in, sir. No trouble, I hope.
None at all. Just don't announce us, that's all. Come on, Johnny. Room 1234, you said.
That's right, sir. Oh, the elevator's over to your right.
Knock again. Maybe he's also sleeping it off.
No answer. Must be out.
Funny. Hang on a minute. I got keys here for all kinds of locks. Here, try a couple of these.
Okay.
This one usually works on hotel rooms.
Hey, right first time, as usual.
Jealousy will get you nowhere, son.
Yeah? What is it? Hey, what's going on here?
FBI.
We knocked. There was no answer.
I was learning. I'm busy learning Spanish. I got a job to do in Mexico in a couple of months. Something I can do for you?
Yeah. We're looking into a killing in which a friend of yours seems to be involved.
Oh, you mean Skinny? Ruth Skinner. Is that a federal case?
In a way. What can you tell us about it?
Well, I can't tell you a thing, really. Nothing is that I haven't already told the police. I know it sounds screwy. I mean, Skinny just isn't that type of guy, but for my money, he did it. He killed this Helen Scranton broad.
You are listening to Learning the Hard Way. Tonight's Sounds of Darkness, brought to you by Goodyear, the greatest name in rubber.
Okay, Mr. Wagnall. Tell us your version of the story.
Yeah, sure. I'll just switch off and put this junk away. Well, you see now, I was like this. I met Skinny by accident.
You didn't know where he was staying, where he was working, what he was doing?
No, I didn't. Not a thing. See, I've been living in Philadelphia ever since I left college, and that was the last time I saw Skinny in college.
You mean since, when was it you left college?
1962.
Since 1962, you haven't seen Bruce Skinner. That's 5 years.
Yeah, that's right. Something wrong in that?
No. Should there be?
How do you mean, should there be? We both started our different careers in different states.
What is your career, Mr. Wagnall?
Me? Well, I'm actually going into politics. I work for the DA's office in Philadelphia.
A lawyer, huh?
Well, at the moment, yeah. Like I say, I hope for a career in politics.
Yeah. Married?
No, not anymore. I did get married just after college, actually, but it didn't take.
So now you're divorced?
No, separated. We just parted. There are no kids, and I got no intention of getting married for a few years. You know, I'm far too busy making my career, that sort of thing, so I haven't bothered about a divorce.
And, of course, even in this so-called enlightened day and age, for a man planning a public career like a politician, having a divorce somewhere in the background isn't a good thing, is it?
No, I suppose not. I hadn't thought about it that way. Sooner or later, maybe Heather is going to want to get married to someone, and when she does, I've no doubt that she'll get on to me about making things legal.
That's your wife's name? Heather?
That's right.
When did you see her last?
Well, not since we broke up, back in 1963.
4 years, huh? And, what makes you think Bruce Skinner did the killing?
Well, you know how some guys are when they're high. They want to look for atmosphere. Well, that was Bruce. He thought that we might meet some interesting characters in Skid Row. We went into a bar there, and he started talking to this broad. That's when I left.
By, this broad? You mean Helen Scranton?
No, some other doll. I didn't know her name. Anyway, the party looked like getting a little too rough for me. Like you said, a guy can't be too careful.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you know, about divorce, scandals, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So you left.
Next, I heard they picked up Bruce this morning.
Now, Bertie, about this Skinner kid. How did you guys hear about the killing?
A phone call around 4 o'clock this morning. It came from a guy, anonymous. Just said that there was a stiff in Helen Scranton's room, then he rang off.
Didn't give you a tip to pick up Bruce Skinner?
Nope. Landlady put us on to him. Oh, what I mean is she gave us a description. Said he looked drunk, even at that time of the morning. She says she saw him leave at about 3:30 in the morning. Oh, we checked the bars for strangers, got a description that fitted the one the landlady gave us. Well, after that, it was routine. Oh, he's a guy, all right, he confessed. It was his necktie that was used to strangle her.
Yeah. I don't like it, Bertie.
Huh?
Not one little bit. What do you know about this broad, Helen Scranton? That her real name?
Well, no, as a matter of fact, it isn't her real name. Her name was Seymour, Heather Seymour.
Oh, hi, Lee.
Hi, Sam. Well, what did you find out?
This Bertie Wagnall seems to be all he says he is. Up-and-coming young light in DA's office in Philly. He's lived there since 1962. He did marry, and they did split up with no hard feelings in 1963. Oh, for my money, he's clean.
I wonder. Something smells in this case. You know that, Sam? And his wife's maiden name?
Archer. Her name was Heather Archer. All I know, Lee, is that Bruce can't have done it.
You know something? I've talked to the boy. I'm inclined to agree with you.
And what's the answer? Another Skid Row character did it?
Oh, I don't think so. You see, there's the landlady's description of the guy who left the room at 3:30 in the morning. I've spoken to her, too. And that was definitely Skinner that she saw. He was for sure in that girl's room at 3 in the morning.
But he remembers nothing about that.
No. The last he remembers is in Casey's bar, just off Broadway. I've spoken to Red, the barman there, and Bruce and his pal left at 1:30. Now, the funny thing is that Red says he didn't seem so canned to him.
Oh.
Yeah, he knows your pal, Bruce. And according to Red, the guy wasn't all that drunk. Odd, yeah, but not drunk.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
I don't know, Sam. One or two little things worry me about this whole business. Like, for instance, Bertie Wagnall saying that the dame that Bruce was talking to when he left him in the bar in Skid Row wasn't Helen Scranton.
So? What's wrong with that?
Well, how would he know that she didn't look like Helen Scranton? Unless he knows what Helen Scranton looks like.
Oh.
And according to him, he doesn't. Well, it might just be a slip of the tongue. I don't know. By the way, the other thing. Is there any rumor in Philly about young Bertie Wagnall wanting to get married?
No, he seems to be a confirmed bachelor by all accounts.
Yeah. Get hold of Johnny, will you, Sam?
Right.
I feel like taking a trip to Philadelphia.
Gentlemen, can I be of assistance?
FBI.
Oh.
Here's my badge.
Oh, I see. Yes, sir.
Now, look. I want you to find for me the original document registering the marriage of one Albert Wagnall, 1962. You got that?
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. One moment. I'll get it for you right away.
I still don't get it, Lee. Sam checked on this. Why do we have to come all the way to Philadelphia to check again?
Because, Johnny, this Wagnall guy is the guilty one in my book. I have a hunch he knows Helen Scranton. His wife's Christian name was the same as Helen Scranton's real name, Heather. But her maiden name was Archer. Helen Scranton's real name was Seymour.
Exactly, so why are we here?
When people change their names, they keep their same initials 9 times out of 10. That's one reason. 2, Wagnall knew Helen Scranton. 3, possible motive. It wouldn't look good for an up-and-coming lawyer to be married to a girl who lives in Skid Row. A no-good, a derelict, would it?
No, I suppose not.
Here you are, sir. Albert Wagnall.
Who did he marry?
Now, let's see. Here we are, sir. Heather Archer.
You're wrong this time, Lee.
I don't think so, Johnny. Not yet. Have a look at that entry. Does it look to you as if it might have been altered?
Just a second.
Oh, but that could never happen here.
Hey, you know something, Lee? I don't know how you do it, but I'd say yes. This entry has definitely been altered.
My word.
Yeah. It wouldn't be the first time either. All right, Johnny. It's a long shot, but maybe we'll hit pay dirt. Look, get the witnesses' names and addresses, and let's go and see them right away.
No, Mrs. Webley, we are from the FBI, but it isn't any sort of trouble for you.
Oh, well, what is it then?
Back in 1962, you were a witness down at City Hall. Young guy named Albert Wagnall, and a young girl. Remember?
Of course I remember. Heather particularly wanted me to be a witness since she has no brothers and sisters.
Was she a relative of yours then?
No, but I knew her from the first time she came to Philly. Her only friend, really.
And what was her name?
Her name? Why, before she married Bert Wagnall, her name was Seymour. Heather Seymour.
How long before we hit New York, Johnny?
30 minutes. But I got hold of Evans. They'll have picked up Wagnall by now.
You know, what worries me is this confession of Bruce Skinner's. I know Wagnall did it. We can prove that the dead woman was actually his wife, Heather Seymour, and that she was blackmailing him. He was paying her dough to keep quiet about the marriage. So, we know his motive. But how did he manage to get Bruce Skinner to confess? Wait a minute. See, when we first went into his room...
We knocked, there was no answer. I was learning. I'm busy learning Spanish.
That's it, Johnny. How was Wagner learning?
Well, he had headphones on. You know, listening to tapes. That's the way everyone learns languages these days. Sorry, I didn't think.
You're supposed to tell me everything that's going on. And when it happens, too. Not days later. If you told me about the headphones, I would have cottoned on to how Wagner got Bruce to confess to a crime he didn't commit.
Gee, I feel real bad about this, Lee.
So you should. Anyway, it's over now. No harm done.
Yeah, but I still don't see.
Well, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Now, listen. First of all, Bruce said the last thing he remembered was being in Casey's bar, right?
Right.
Right. But Red, the barman, said he wasn't so drunk. Odd, he said, but not drunk.
Uh-huh.
Well, right then, I thought Bruce had been drugged. Maybe our friend Wagnall slipped him LSD or some other hallucinatory drug. Bruce blacked out.
Yeah.
Wagnall took him to his hotel room, and the night clerk confirms this. And he gave him a dose of suggestion over those phones.
Yeah.
Yeah, he suggested that Bruce killed Helen Scranton. Actually, it was Wagnall who did it, of course. And Bruce was probably in the room, too. But out. That's how his necktie came to be used. So, Wagnall left him there. At 3:30, Bruce comes to. But not enough that he remembers anything. Well, he leaves the room, is seen by the landlady, and the rest you know.
The rest I know.
No, it was Wagnall's slip that first made me suspicious. Of course, he'd had access to the records, working in the DA's office, and he'd changed them. Well, let that be a lesson to you.
A lesson?
Yeah. You're my eyes. You must tell me everything, even the obvious things. If I hadn't remembered the conversation and thought there was something funny about Wagnall from the first, we might never have cracked this one.
So ends tonight's Sounds of Darkness, presented for your entertainment by the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, makers of world-famous passenger tires, truck and tractor tires for every requirement in South Africa's farming, commerce, and industry. Join us next Friday and every Friday night at 9:30 when Goodyear will again present the blind detective Lee Masters in The Sounds of Darkness.
Springbok? Yes, sir. Of course, sir. No, we realize that the President's life's in danger. Of course, sir. I can assure you, sir, we haven't been idle. No, sir. Very well, sir. I'll get my best man onto it. That's right, sir. Lee Masters. I'll send for him right away.
Goodyear presents The Sounds of Darkness. Good evening. The Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, makers of passenger, truck, and tractor tires for every requirement in South Africa's farming, commerce, and industry, bring you Lee Masters, the blind detective who challenges the sounds of darkness. In tonight's Sounds of Darkness, you will hear Tony Jay as Lee Masters, James White as Johnny Bridges, and Elaine Lee as Samantha Darlington. Others in the cast are Bruce Anderson, Erica Rogers, George Carellin, Eric Egan, and Hugh Rouse. And now let's join the world of Lee Masters in tonight's Sounds of Darkness, A Friend of Uncle Sam.
What are you so on edge about, Fred?
Well, I'll tell you. Now, normally we don't pay any attention to 80% of the anonymous warning letters we get. You know that, Lee.
Sure. The other 20% you give a routine check over just in case. So
we've had an anonymous letter. But this time, for a couple of reasons, we got to do something about it. Or rather, you two have.
What are the couple of reasons?
First of all, here's the letter. You'd better read it aloud, Johnny.
Sure. It's on ordinary rule paper. Looks as though it would have been torn from a kid's exercise book. You know the sort, Lee.
Yeah. Pen, pencil, or typed?
Printed in ink.
Not a pro crook, then. Okay, read it.
This is to warn you that they are going to kill the president. He mustn't undertake public appearances on the 19th or 20th. Signed, A Friend of Uncle Sam. Holy cow, is this for real?
We don't know. But we have reason to believe it might be. And, of course, with the life of the president involved, we just can't take any chances.
Pass me that letter, Johnny.
Sure, here.
Yeah. Well, go on. What are the reasons for believing that this might be on the level?
First of all, you remember this scare about the bomb aboard the Queen Elizabeth a few months back?
Yeah. You've got a warning note. Investigated. Found the bomb as mentioned in the note. Right?
That's right. Here's the note we received that time.
Yeah, I see what you mean, Mr. Harris. It's the same paper, Lee.
Mm-hmm.
And at a guess, I'd say that the same person wrote both letters.
I'll give it over here. Yeah, I see. Anything else?
Another note. Here it is. This one we got just before General Rickenoff was due to take off for Vietnam. I'll read it to you. When General Rickenoff's plane lands, they have arranged things so that it will blow up. It's also signed, like the other two, A Friend of Uncle Sam.
Well, hand it over, Fred. So these three notes were written by the same person. And as the other two warnings were for real, you can't afford not to do something about this one, huh?
That's it, Lee. Why, don't you agree?
I didn't say that. Sure seems like it. How did these letters get to you?
They were addressed to the FBI, Washington, and they were mailed.
Oh, they came through the regulation U.S. mails.
That's right.
Postmarks?
All different. The first one, warning us about the bomb aboard the Queen Elizabeth, was posted in New York. The second one about the plane and General Rickenoff was posted in Dallas, Texas. And this one came from Portland, Oregon.
Right across country, huh?
Yep. Now, you see the reason for the panic. This last letter arrived yesterday. Today's the 15th. 4 days to the 19th.
4 days. Doesn't leave us much time, does it? Tell me, what engagements does the president have on the days in question?
On the 19th, there's a formal ball at the White House with dozens of foreign VIPs. And on the 20th, he's launching a new nuclear submarine.
In the Navy Yard at Portland, Oregon, I bet.
That's right.
Yeah, that figures. Is that all, Fred?
That's all. Here are the 3 letters in the envelopes. They came in. Do you think you can do something?
Well, we haven't missed yet, have we?
No, but we can't afford to have this one for your first timer.
Well, Johnny, what did we learn from those letters?
Well, the English wasn't too bad. All the notes refer to they, so presumably a gang is involved.
The printing? Was it a good adult hand? Or was it childish or uneducated looking?
No, not uneducated. Pretty neat. All in capitals.
So, what do you deduce, if anything?
Well, there's nothing to deduce, is there? Neat printing, pretty good English. I mean, that doesn't tell us anything.
Notice the perfume?
No, I didn't.
Well, I did. It's not a regular perfume or even a cologne. More like a hand lotion. You know, keep your hands soft and young-looking, that kind of stuff. Which means a woman handled those letters. Most probably wrote them. A woman who uses hand lotion. All 3 of those letters smelled the same. The other 2, not so strong. But it was still there.
Most women use hand lotion.
Sure. Before they go to bed, that sort of thing. But those weren't the kind of letters a woman writes just before she goes to bed. Obviously, a woman who's involved with saboteurs against her will. Maybe her husband's involved. Yeah, that would figure. My guess is that this broad is married to a guy who's mixed up with this gang. She doesn't want to go to the police because that would put her man inside. Or worse. She can't talk him into giving the whole thing a miss. So she does it this way. When they plan something which she just can't go along with, then she drops the FBI an anonymous line. She writes the letters late at night. Then she slips out and posts them while hubby's sleeping. No, that I don't like.
Why not?
Unless she drugged him. What's to stop him waking up and finding she's not there? You can never be sure, no matter how heavy the guy sleeps. It's a much safer bet that she wrote them while the guy was out. So, why the hand cream?
Maybe he works nights.
Yeah, could be. No, it still doesn't figure. If he goes off to work, and she knows she's going to write this letter and then slip out and mail it, why the heck bother with hand lotion?
Yeah.
You see what I mean, John?
Yeah, I'm with you. What about the postmarks, Lee? What do you make of them?
3 different places. Could be just a cover. Somehow I don't think so.
Why not?
Well, like I said, those letters weren't written by a pro. They were mailed in 3 different cities because they happened to be in those cities at the time. Looks like Our Lady travels around quite a bit.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, they're going to do a job on a plane that takes off from Dallas, so they go to Dallas. The Queen Elizabeth docks in New York, so they go to New York.
I don't think so, Johnny. These birds would have a cover. They wouldn't just move into a town, do their little bit, and then move out. Sooner or later, the pattern would show, and they'd get picked up. Spies, saboteurs, these people are usually trained operators, and they always have a front.
Yeah, that's true.
Nope. They were in those towns at the time on business, which would have appeared to be strictly legit.
Like traveling salesmen, that sort of thing, huh?
Maybe. Maybe. I wish I could figure that hand lotion. There's a big fat clue there, I'm sure.
Sam.
Hi, Lee.
booked 2 seats on the next flight to Portland, Oregon. We'll stay at the Phoenix Hotel. Fix that, too, will you, please?
Sure. Anything else?
Yeah, you smell anything on this letter?
No, ain't not a thing.
Yeah, I didn't think you would. Seems like I'm the only one with educated nostrils. How far is the nearest drugstore?
Well, there's one right across the street.
Get hold of Johnny on the blower and tell him I want him to take me shopping.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning. What can I do for you?
A hand lotion, hand cream. You stock that?
Why, yes, of course. What brand does your wife prefer?
Well, that's the point. You see, she asked me to buy some for her, and I forgot the name.
Oh, now we have Kiss of Dawn, Snowdrop, Lilac Time.
No, I wouldn't remember the name, but I would remember the smell, or at least my uncle would.
Look, I know this is a nuisance for you, but I wonder if it wouldn't be possible for me to take a sniff at the various ones you do stock.
With the greatest pleasure, my dear sir. If you just walk this way.
If I walk that way, I'll dislocate my hip.
Now, sir, now here we have Quaker Girl. I'll just take off the stopper for you. There. Now that's by far our most popular line.
No, not that one.
Mm-hmm. Then, oh yes, perhaps Ziegfeld Folly.
No, not that either.
Oh, well, perhaps it must be Sweet Sue. Do try this for me.
Smell another hand cream in my life, it'll be too soon.
But you finally tracked it down, huh?
Yeah, after sniffing our way through 3 beauty salons and 2 hairdressing establishments. It's an Italian hand cream called Madonna Mobile. Very, but very expensive.
Oh, I never heard of it.
Tells us that Our Lady isn't short of dough. A small bottle sells at $14.
Wow. For that money, I'd never wash it off.
For that money, I wouldn't use it in the first place. Flight 14 at 6 o'clock, you said.
Uh-huh, that's right. Give my love to the Beaver State.
And will be touching down in Portland in approximately 15 minutes. The weather in Portland is cold and drizzling.
Oh, great. Thousands of miles we traveled to get caught in the rain.
Who's meeting us this end, Johnny?
A guy called Reuter, local police chief.
Did you tell him to get onto those things I told you?
Sure, but it's a pretty long shot, isn't it, Lee? I mean, just because she uses Italian hand cream doesn't necessarily mean she's Italian.
No, it doesn't. But look at it this way. Spies, saboteurs. They gotta keep in touch with head office, don't they?
Sure.
Well, take it from me. The shortwave radio bit you very seldom find outside novels. They use the mails. Now, letters going direct behind the Iron Curtain would be very liable to come under our scrutiny, wouldn't they?
I guess so.
But we couldn't keep a check on every letter that went to Italy, for instance, could we?
Yeah, I see. You're gamming that this dame is Italian and she still uses the hand cream she used back home?
Women are even more creatures of habit than men are. That's why I want a list of all Italians at present in Portland who are not normally domiciled there. And I hope Reuter's got it ready for us when we land. Because checking to see if anybody on the list was in New York at the time of the Elizabeth bomb scare and Dallas when the general's plane was due to take off is going to take quite a couple of the 4 days that we have left.
You are listening to A Friend of Uncle Sam, tonight's Sons of Darkness, brought to you by Goodyear, the greatest name in rubber.
But, Lee, you do realize that today is the 19th.
Sure, Fred. I know that today is the first of the danger days. But I also know that the odds against them trying anything in the White House are longer than 1,000,000,000 to 1. One place our security doesn't worry me is the White House.
Yeah, sure, that's true. I know, but tomorrow...
Well, obviously they're going to make the attempt here at the Navy Yard tomorrow, if the warning is for real. Look, I got a force of over 1,000 cops, security agents, and FBI boys at the ready. Tomorrow, from the time the president lands at the airport, they'll be on duty. They'll be mingling with the crowds at the Navy Yard.
Listen, Lee, at the risk of being obvious.
Relax, Fred. I know it's the president, but boil it down. It's a security job, and it's an investigation. Those two little chores I've been doing successfully for the past 20 years. There's no reason to suppose that just because the personnel involved is star quality, I'm going to fall down on the job.
Yeah, I know, but...
But me no buts, Fred. I got work to do. See you later.
Worried, huh?
Wouldn't you be in his shoes?
I'm worried in my shoes, and they're a much smaller size.
Okay. Now then, what have you found out about Italians who've just moved here recently? And who were in Texas and New York on the dates in question?
Lee, I hate to say I told you so, but it looks like this Italian hand cream angle was just one hunch that didn't pay off.
Come again?
Nobody. But nobody. Oh, plenty that moved here recently. But New York, Dallas, forget it. And those that came here within the last 6 months, they all check out at AI on security.
Johnny, it's time you learned a very important lesson in this job of ours. When you're convinced your hunch is right, and they tell you it's impossible, then look for a way that makes the impossible possible. You'll be amazed at how many times you find that way.
Yeah, but Lee...
You can't get 2 pints into a pint pot. That right?
Sure, everybody knows that.
I don't. I've seen wildlife pictures showing a python swallowing a buck. An antelope whose girth is twice the size of the snake's. How about that?
Yeah, but listen...
No, you listen. There's something screwy about the fact that the doll had hand cream on when she wrote that note. Don't ask me what. I don't know. But the answer we're looking for lies in that hand cream. Somehow.
But how?
Let me think. How was the list of newly arrived Italians arrived at?
Every rooming house, hotel, apartment block, cottage house. In fact, every single dwelling in the city was checked.
So your answer to that set of facts is that I am wrong. Well, my answer is they must be living someplace else.
There is no place else.
There must be.
But Lee...
There must be, Johnny. We got about 18 hours to come up with the answer.
Lee, we have no vagrants in this city that aren't well and truly accounted for.
But trailer camps, Reuter. Caravan parks.
Yeah, all checked. Big fat zero.
Or what about the Army or Navy personnel? They move about.
No, I checked with every service chief within 200 miles.
Then there's an angle we've missed. Oh, let's go over things again. Say, that the Navy band practicing?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I suppose so. Now, look, Lee.
You know, brass bands always remind me of... Hey, that's it.
How was that? I'm not with you.
Circuses, my friend, circuses. Where people go all over the country. Where they live in the country. Where they live in caravans. But not in regulation caravan parks or trailer camps. You check on any circus folk?
Why, I don't think so.
Well, is there a circus in town at the moment?
I'm not quite sure.
Okay, listen. You go on ahead with this check over the sub that's going to be launched this afternoon. Johnny and I got us some checking to do of our own. See you later. Now we're getting someplace. Tingling Circus is in town. Has been for 3 weeks.
And they were in Dallas when the general's plane proved to be bugged to explode, and in New York when they found the bomb aboard the Queen Elizabeth.
We got 3 hours before the president arrives. How do we find out which one?
Which one what?
Which lady in the circus wrote us the letters?
You think she'll talk?
She's our best bet by a long chalk, isn't she?
Yeah, I suppose so. For your information, counting the different acts, the wives of the roustabouts, the office staff, etc., there are 53 women attached to the circus living in trailers on the show site.
53, huh? How many of those are Italian?
That I don't know. 2 or 3 obviously are. You know the names. But the one we want might have a married name that doesn't mean a thing.
Yeah. You know, who are the trapeze artists?
Here, the Flying Finns.
Finland, huh? That's interesting. That's very interesting.
You think the doll we want could be one of them?
I think it's more than likely, Johnny. And I'll tell you why. That hand cream.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. I keep harping back to it. But
Sure do.
think a moment. What would really play heck with a woman's hands?
You mean swinging on that trapeze bar?
Sure. If a woman is at all concerned about keeping her hands soft and supple, and in that job she would have to from a point of view of safety, never mind personal vanity, then probably every moment she's not actually performing, she would use cream on her hands. What do you think?
Sure sounds reasonable.
Okay, then. Let's go see if Mrs. whatever her name is of the Flying Finns knows anything about Italy.
Saarinen, Oscar Saarinen there. What is it you want?
At the moment, we're not quite sure, Mr. Saarinen. Just a few questions to start with.
Saarinen. Finnish?
Oh, he's right, yeah.
You speak pretty good English.
Oh, been here quite a few years.
Just what does the act consist of, Mr. Saarinen?
The act? Oh, well, I thought you
Go
wanted... Oh, something there. Oh, what about the act, huh?
Who's in it to start with? You and who else?
My wife and my partner. Oh, he's the catcher. I'm the flyer.
Your wife and partner. They also Finnish?
Oh, my partner, yes. My wife is Italian. She flies, too. Has a bit of glamour.
Sure. What is your wife going to do when we take you away?
Take me away? What are you talking about?
I got no time for games, Saarinen.
What?
In exactly half an hour, the president arrives in Portland. But, of course, you know that.
Oh, sure. Everybody knows
Johnny
that.
here is going to take you to headquarters and hold you there. I don't imagine for one moment that you're going to come clean.
I don't know what you're getting at.
Take him away, Johnny.
No, listen. I don't have to put up with anything from you. I'm a citizen.
Yes, you are. You're the kind of citizen I'd like to personally beat up. Now get out of here before I do.
On your feet, Saarinen.
I invoke the Fifth Amendment.
Great. Don't be too gentle with him, Johnny. I'll wait for his wife to arrive.
Every time I say to Oscar, please don't carry on with these things. You don't listen to me.
Listen, Mrs. Saarinen. We've been over that atomic sub with a fine-tooth comb. There's nothing aboard. How did your husband plan to do it? Was there...
You mean you don't know?
How could I? It took me all my time finding you, let alone find out how you planned to assassinate the president.
Madonna mia. What is the time?
I'm afraid I don't have a watch.
No, of course I forget. You cannot see. Oh, we must hurry. Pray we are not too late.
Tell me, you mean holding your husband isn't going to stop the attack?
No. We have planned it when the president he throw the bottle of champagne, then it will happen.
The bottle?
The bottle, it will not be champagne. It will be nitroglycerin.
Out of the way there. Gangway. Move over, will you?
Hurry, Johnny. He's just about ready to launch the thing.
Sorry, I gotta get through. Excuse me. Sorry, man.
We of the United States do not seek conflict.
Excuse me.
But we
I gotta get
are
through.
ready.
Out of the way there.
More than ready to
Excuse
meet
me.
any threat.
I'm sorry, I gotta get through.
with measures such as this fine vessel.
Gangway. Move over, will you? Out of the way.
Is capable of handing out to would-be enemies. Stop, Mr. President, stop. Gives me pleasure to name this fine craft. Stop him, Johnny. Name this submarine.
I beg your pardon, Mr. President.
What is this?
Lee Masters, FBI. Johnny Bridges, my assistant.
Would you like an explanation of this conduct, Mr. Master?
You'll have it, sir. That champagne bottle contains nitroglycerin.
You've taken leave of your senses, Mr. Masters?
Johnny, take hold of that bottle, but very carefully. Then throw it as far out into the bay as you can. Is there a clear space?
Yeah, there is, Lee.
Okay. Throw it.
Right. Here goes. Yeah.
I don't know.
And God bless all who sailed in her.
So ends tonight's Sounds of Darkness, presented for your entertainment by the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, makers of world-famous passenger tires, truck and tractor tires for every requirement in South Africa's farming, commerce and industry. Join us next Friday and every Friday night at 9:30 when Goodyear will again present the blind detective Lee Masters in The Sounds of Darkness.
Johnny, what's happened to New York?
I'm not with you, Lee.
Well, we've been here 2 weeks. 2 whole weeks. And no crime has come our way. I seem to remember statistics to the effect that a major crime is committed in New York every 75 seconds. Well, they certainly haven't been coming our way.
Well, for my money, it makes a nice change.
You know what I feel like? I feel like watching the boxing.
Watching? But Lee...
Yeah, I know. I can't watch. But that's what I've got you for, isn't it? You're supposed to be my eyes. Well, we'll combine a little business with pleasure tonight.
Okay.
I want to see the big fight at the Garden. So we'll go along. And you'll see how good you are at explaining to me exactly what's going on. I want a blow-by-blow description of the fight. And heaven help you if I miss a blow.
Goodyear presents The Sounds of Darkness. Good evening. The Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, makers of passenger, truck, and tractor tires for every requirement in South Africa's farming, commerce, and industry, bring you Lee Masters, the blind detective who challenges The Sounds of Darkness. In tonight's Sounds of Darkness, you will hear Tony Jay as Lee Masters, James White as Johnny Bridges. Others in the cast are Louis Ife, Adrian Steed, George Carellin, and Hugh Rouse.
Now let's join the world of Lee Masters in tonight's Sounds of Darkness, The Last Round.
Sailor Pavelski is coming down to the ring now, Lee. He's prancing around the ring, holding his hands over his head. They've made him favorite. He's 6-4 on the Sailor.
You fancy him?
Yeah.
Well, me, I reckon Tiger Jackson will stop him inside 6.
Oh, you gotta be joking, Lee.
No.
Tiger Jackson's well over 30. This guy's young in his prime.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes, a couple of dozen fights under your belt stands you in better stead than 5 years the right side of 30. This Sailor guy now, he's had 9 pro fights, that's all.
Yeah, I know,
I know. He's won them all. 6 of them on knockouts. But I still like the Tiger.
Oh, here he comes now.
Not such a reception as the Sailor, huh?
He seems kind of, I don't know.
Kind of what?
Well, he's not looking around and smiling the way the other guy was. He's walking kind of slow. His head's down. Sort of looking at his feet. He's getting into the ring now. He's not playing to the crowd at all, this guy. He's going straight to his corner. He's sitting down. He doesn't look much to me.
What's Sailor Pavelski doing?
He's standing in his corner, hands along the ropes behind him. He's sort of leering at Tiger Jackson. His pole act sure looks confident.
Well, when you get a fighting pole, he's usually pretty cocksure. You say Jackson doesn't look so good.
I've certainly seen better.
Ladies and gentlemen, a 10-round contest at the welterweight limit of 147 pounds. On my right, at 140 pounds, Tiger Jackson. On my left, at 146 pounds, Sailor Pavelski.
Certainly with the pole, all right.
He's got them both in the center of the ring now. I give him the old routine about breaking clean and so on.
Quiet a minute, Johnny.
Huh?
I want to listen to that riff.
Oh, now don't tell me you can.
Quiet.
Okay, so the horse didn't win. Well, can I help it if the horse I back robbed home by 20 lengths? Since when's a crime to back a winner?
Since you fixed it so the favorite would lose and doped your horse to make sure it won. That's when.
You're gonna have to prove that, Cubby. Me, I ain't saying nothing until I see my lawyer.
All right, you bums. Shake hands now, and when the bell goes, come out fighting.
That ref, Johnny. Who is he? What's his name? Look in the program.
Oh, now, don't tell me you could hear anything he was saying over the racket going on.
I heard. I can't remember the name, but I've heard that voice before at the wrong end of an interrogation session.
It says here his name is Lucas. Snowy Lucas.
In a pig's eye, his name is Lucas. I remember now. Yeah, his name is Bolt. Piggy Bolt, they used to call him on account that's just what he looked like. A pig. Yeah, this guy looked that way.
Yeah, now you come to mention it, he does.
Johnny, my little warning bell is ringing like crazy. You gotta keep your eyes peeled. Might be a false alarm, but I have a feeling that something crooked is on the program for tonight.
Jackson dotted him with 2 quick lefts to the jaw. And Sailor really looks as if he's in trouble. Michael Jackson's knocked him down. It's funny. They didn't look like knockout punches to me. Just 2 little taps to the mouth. At first, they didn't seem to do any harm. Then, all of a sudden, the guy drops like he's been poleaxed. Hey, how about that? The poleax was poleaxed.
They're out, ladies and gentlemen, the winner by a knockout in the first minute of the 5th round, Tiger Jackson.
What is it, Johnny? What's the matter?
Pavelski isn't moving. He's just lying there. They're trying to bring him round. Not a chance. Hey, that guy really is out. How do you figure that? A little tap and he's still unconscious.
If he is unconscious.
You don't mean he's...
I don't know. But with Piggy Bolt around, it's only natural that things should smell. Come on, let's get moving. I want to be in the dressing room when they carry that guy in.
Watch it, bud. Watch it now.
Hey, what are you doing here?
FBI, put the guy down.
Over here, Snowy.
How is he?
My boy's hurt bad. I'm Sailor's manager. He's hurt bad.
I don't feel any pulse here. He's not breathing. Yeah. Somebody's got quite a lot to answer for. This was Pavelski's last round.
He's dead? Are you trying to say my boy is dead?
He's dead. And just to make the party complete, his breath smells of bitter almonds. Potassium cyanide to you.
What is this? I don't know. What's all this anyway? Who does this guy think he is?
Okay, you better sit over there.
Yeah, what is all this anyway?
To my way of thinking, the murderer must be one of you guys.
What are you getting at, Copper?
You're first, Tiger.
Oh, me? I don't know nothing. I mean, for why should I want to murder the bum? I had him beat anyway.
Sounded like a great fight tonight, Tiger.
Thanks, Copper, but I don't know nothing about it, honest.
You're next, Collie.
This is a lot of nonsense. Why would I want to harm my own boy? Why should I go to...
Name first. Who are you?
Collie Blake. I'm the sailor's manager. I was in his corner tonight, like I am every night. You was talking about whatever the name was. Well, I don't know nothing about that. Everything went like it usually does. I don't see how anybody could have slipped the guy a Mickey.
Well, we'll see about that. Tell me, Collie, the water bottle.
Yeah?
Did Sailor drink between rounds?
A fighter don't drink between rounds. Very, very rarely. He takes a swig from the bottle and he spits it out. He maybe gargles a bit. But not very often does a fighter drink between rounds. Well, that way he'd get sluggish, you know?
Yeah, I see. You got that water bottle, Johnny?
I got both of them here, one from each corner. And I got the buckets they used to sponge them down.
Good. All right, next.
Well, I'm Snowy Lucas. I was ref for the fight. I can't tell you nothing.
Yeah, Mr. Lucas.
That's right.
Would it have been at all possible, in any way, for anything to have been introduced into Sailor's mouth from Tiger's glove?
Come again. You mean could the guy, Tiger, could he have had this poison on his glove and pushed it in the Sailor's mouth?
That's what I mean.
Hey, now listen, I didn't do nothing.
I'm not asking you, Tiger. Well, Mr. Lucas, would it have been possible?
No, not a chance. You see, when they goes down onto the canvas, when their gloves touch the deck, before they start fighting again, it's the ref's job to grab the guy by the wrists and rub the gloves on his shirt, the ref's own shirt. Well, that way you get rid of the rosin, you know. They put rosin on the canvas so the guy won't slip.
Well, a dirty fighter will try to keep this on his gloves.
So that at the first opportunity, he can rub his glove in the other guy's eyes and temporarily blind him. Yeah, that I know.
Yeah, well, like I said, tonight's fight was clean. There was nothing like that. When Tiger did go down, I made sure he wiped his gloves clean.
Yeah, I see. Well, there's just one thing that worries me, Mr. Lucas.
Yeah? What's that?
The fact that your name isn't Snowy Lucas.
Huh?
It's Piggy Bolt. And the last time you and I talked, you were dodging a rap for doping a racehorse. Yeah, you won a lot of dough that time.
You know, wait a minute.
Maybe you also won a lot of money tonight. Maybe you backed Tiger Jackson to win. And maybe you made sure he did win by poisoning Sela Pawlowski. Maybe somehow, when you wiped the rosin off Tiger's gloves, you managed to rub some poison on.
You must be nuts.
Maybe. Maybe not. But it's a possibility, isn't it, Piggy? It's a possibility that could send you right to the chair.
You're listening to The Last Round, tonight's Sounds of Darkness, brought to you by Goodyear, the greatest name in rubber.
Lab report on the gloves, Lee.
Yeah? What do they say?
No trace of cyanide, not a thing.
What I told you was nuts.
So you did, Piggy. Well, it looks like it maybe lets you out for the time being.
Say, how long have we got to stay here?
Till I find the murderer.
Yeah, but it's 1 o'clock in the morning already.
Yeah, that's right. It is. All right, who's next?
My name's Wilkie, Jess Wilkie. I manage the Tiger here.
And you were in his corner tonight?
Sure, I'm his second, too.
What do you know about this?
Honest, Mr. Masters, I don't know nothing. My boy was doing good tonight, and he would have won anyway. I had nothing against this, sir. I mean, why should I? My boy was the better boy, and he was all set to win. So why should I foul it all up by giving them poison? Anyway, I was never anywhere near him.
So the lab reports show no traces of cyanide in either of the water bottles, or the buckets, or on the sponges, or the gloves. That right, Johnny?
That's right.
So how in the heck can somebody give a fighter in the middle of the ring, in Madison Square Garden, in the middle of the 5th round, a fatal dose of poison?
Can I talk to you a moment, Lee?
Well, I wouldn't leave this bunch alone with the body. All right, I tell you what. You got a guard outside?
Sure, I got 4 fellas from the Central Precinct.
Okay. Let them escort this bunch of beauties into the dressing room next door and keep an eye on them. They're not to talk to anybody. And while they're at it, they may as well search them.
Yeah, you can't search us unless you got a search warrant.
Well, now, you're quite right there, Piggy.
I know I am.
I tell you what the position is. Either you let us search you here and now without a warrant.
Huh?
In other words, you cooperate with the police for a change, or else I'll personally see that they tie a charge on you for resisting an officer in the execution of his duty, and you'll do 6 months before we even start.
Well, hang on, wait a minute.
And I'll search you anyway, by force if necessary.
Huh?
So, what do you got to say to that?
Well, look, I'm not beefing. Well, sure you can search me. I got nothing to hide.
That's mighty nice of you, Piggy.
I'll say this.
Open the door, Johnny.
Okay, Lee.
Officer, take this chorus line round into the dressing room next door. And keep an eye on them till I let you know.
Sure thing, Mr. Masters. Come on, you guys. This way.
Yeah, well, all right.
Well, Johnny, what is it?
I was thinking. Seems like the only way anybody could have poisoned that guy would have been to have given him the poison in the ring.
That, Johnny, is the problem. I know it sounds impossible, but that's just what must have happened.
But, Lee, I'm telling you, it didn't happen.
Look, think back. Think hard. In between rounds, between the 4th and the 5th rounds.
Yeah.
Anything happened?
Anything at all?
Cheaply, I don't think so. I mean, you know, the usual stuff. You know, like rubbing the guy's muscles, fanning him with a towel, giving him the water bottle, all that kind of jazz. Nothing special.
You sure?
If there had been anything, I'd have noticed. That I'm sure of.
Which leaves us right back where we started. Somebody poisoned that guy while he was in the middle of the ring, watched by 6,000 people. What did you get, Johnny?
Lucas or Bolt or whatever his name is was telling the truth. He backed a grand on Tiger Jackson to win. Nobody else had a bet. But I ran into Droopy outside.
Oh, is that who's with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me, Mr. Lee.
Well, you might be just the guy I want to talk to. Guess there's not much goes on in the sporting world, either on the level or crooked, that you don't know about, is there?
Well, I keep my ear to the ground.
Now, what's the word on the killing?
Killing? Somebody dead?
Maybe. How was the money going? What was the betting like on the fight tonight? I mean, last night.
Ah, you mean Sailor Kowalski and Tiger Jackson? Yeah, there was big bread floating around on that one.
A lot of dough, huh?
You asked me, the syndicate climbed in on this one.
As big as that, huh?
Yeah.
And these guys don't open their eyes under $100 grand.
The way I heard it, they stood to win $500,000.
And they won, of course.
Of course. When the syndicate bets, that ain't a gamble. That's a certainty. One way or another, they make sure of that.
Yeah. Okay, Droopy. Thanks a lot. See you around.
Here's something for your trouble.
Ah, gee, thanks, mister. It wasn't no trouble. For you, Mr. Lee, it's only a pleasure. You know that.
Sure. Have a drink anyway.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Lee. I'll see you around.
Well, very interesting, Johnny.
Yeah.
As I remember the fight the way you told it, Sailor didn't look as if he was losing until he dropped in the fifth. Is that right?
That's right.
And in spite of the fact that I fancied Tiger, Sailor was the obvious one to win, wasn't he?
He started out as unfavored.
Yeah, that's right. You know what I think?
What's that?
I think the Sailor was going to take a dive. I think it was all arranged that way. And for some reason, he changed his mind. By this time, it was too late. The syndicate had already laid out close to $250,000. He had to lose. That's why he was killed.
So now we know why, but we don't know how or who.
Just let me think a minute, Johnny. When you've eliminated every alternative, what you're left with must be the modus operandi.
Huh?
Yeah. Now, so far, we've eliminated the fact that he might have been given poison before he came into the ring.
Uh-huh.
He didn't pick up poison from Tiger Jackson's gloves.
Right.
He didn't get poison from the water bottle.
True.
And there were no traces of cyanide in the buckets. We've searched every one of these birds, and every one of them is clean. Of course. Why didn't I think of that before?
What?
I must be slipping. If I'd seen the fight tonight instead of you telling me about it, I'd have solved this thing before we got up from our seats.
What are you talking about?
Johnny, you know something? I think I know how this thing was done, and I think I know who did it. Trouble is, I haven't got the faintest idea how I'm going to prove it.
What is this guy trying to hang on?
Okay, gentlemen. I've called you all back in here to tell you that in any moment from now, you can all go home.
Oh, that's the nicest thing you've ever...
All of you, except one, that is.
Huh?
First of all, I'll tell you why Sailor Kowalski was murdered. And this isn't guessing. We've checked. And we know. About 2 weeks ago, the syndicate approached Sailor through a third party and offered 20 grand for him to take a dive. Sailor agreed. The third party clinched the deal and took the 20 grand. When he went to give Sailor his share, the Pole had changed his mind. No amount of persuasion on the part of this third party could get the Sailor to throw the fight. Now, our friend, Mr. Third Party, was in trouble. The syndicate had laid out big, big money. Sailor had to lose. On his form, he was a cert to win. So, Mr. Third Party, the murderer, hit upon a bright little scheme. He got hold of some prussic acid. Yeah, and I know where he got it from. The poison was put into a soluble capsule, long and thin. And then the capsule was put into the sailor's mouth.
What are you talking about, copper?
Your brother-in-law develops photographs, Collie. Bet there's plenty of potassium cyanide lying around his darkroom.
Yeah?
You put the capsule in the sailor's mouth, didn't you?
You're nuts. When did I get that chance?
Before round 5 started. In the ring, in full view of 6,000 people, you slipped the capsule in his mouth.
Oh, the gum shield. Of course, the gum shield.
That's right, Piggy. Who handles a fighter's gum shield? Only his second.
Prove it. I'd like to see you prove it.
Just before the 5th round started, you slipped Sailor's gum shield back into his mouth. Only this time, the cyanide capsule was stuck to it. You knew with a couple of punches to the mouth that the capsule would burst and that the sailor would swallow the poison. And that's the way it happened.
Talk. Just talk. Prove it, copper.
I have proved it. That gum shield went to the laboratory. They found the traces that I need.
Why, you...
Get him, Johnny.
All right, I did it. What could I do? It was him or me. You know the syndicate. If Sailor had have won, they'd have rubbed me out for sure. I didn't have no chance.
Thanks, Collie. I got 3 independent witnesses to your confession apart from the police. Take him away.
Okay, come on, Collie. Come on now. Come on. Okay.
Well, maybe I'm not such a bad gambler after all.
A gambler? What are you talking about?
I didn't have that gum shield tested.
What?
It wouldn't have done any good. In the first place, all traces of cyanide would have been washed off it by the saliva in the mouth. And in the second place, it wouldn't have proved anything in the first place.
You were bluffing?
Yeah, I bluffed him into squealing in front of witnesses. He'll make a full confession down to the central precinct. That's the only way we could have got him, Johnny. Next time I suggest a night off watching the fights, just sock me one, will you?
So ends tonight's Sounds of Darkness, presented for your entertainment by the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, makers of world-famous passenger tires, truck and tractor tires for every requirement in South Africa's farming, commerce, and industry. Join us next Friday and every Friday night at 9:30 when Goodyear will again present the blind detective Lee Masters in The Sounds of Darkness.
Well, what's going on?
The Sounds of Darkness.
Lee Masters, FBI, who wages relentless war against crime. Lee Masters, the blind detective who challenges the sounds of darkness. Sounds of Darkness. Tonight, the Niemann Principle.
You know, Lee, something's missing.
Hmm?
From the coffee, I mean.
I know. Sam.
Yep. It doesn't taste the same somehow. Boy, will I be glad when she gets back from France.
She needed a vacation, Johnny.
Who doesn't?
Anyway, what does Russell say on that G25 report?
Oh, yeah. Pretty routine, I guess. Nothing to get steamed up about.
So?
3 more guys to be mother hen.
Johnny, will you kindly speak English?
Oh, you know, security rap, real tight.
Mm-hmm. Names?
1 scientist, 2 from the military.
Names?
Colonel Rutherford and Captain Long, they're from the military. Professor Niemann, University of Pennsylvania. So they're being watched, top level, big deal.
Yeah, you're right, Johnny. It is a big deal. Have you ever asked yourself just why these people are tagged 24 hours a day?
Well, they're important men doing a vital job for the West.
Yeah. Take this Professor Niemann, for example. Now, this man's worth would be difficult to assess.
Well, let's see Professor Avley.
Biodynamics.
Bio what?
Come in.
Mr. Bradley?
Yes. Professor Niemann. Come in, won't you?
Thank you.
Please, sit down.
Yeah.
Cigarette?
No, thank you.
You seem a little nervous.
Well, there's this terrible death of a student, Harold Peterson. And then, of course, I just can't seem to get used to all the security around me from you people here at the Central Intelligence.
Well, you know how we feel about inconveniencing you, Professor, but I'm afraid that's how it's got to be under the circumstances.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
You know why I called you here, of course?
Yeah? To help with the murder investigation?
No, Professor. The FBI will take care of that matter.
Oh.
They're on their way to Pittsburgh now. What I'd really like is for you to fill me in on the developments of your experiments. Just how far have you...
Well, Mr. Bradley, I don't know if you've been following my work closely, but there's many things that you would not understand, not being a qualified man. Briefly, the situation is this. For the past 2 years, I have been experimenting with a new synthetic food substance, which I've called glucose. This superfood is in solid form, but it can be ground into a powder. It would look rather like the cereals that everyone eats for breakfast all over the world. The only difference is that glucose has the power to double a man's energy and stamina. You can see for yourself the amazing potential of such a foodstuff, especially where our armed forces are concerned.
Most of this, Professor, I know already. I'm one of the very few who do, but at what stage now are your experiments?
It has been decided, as you probably know, that after my successful experiments with animals, it is now time to go on to human beings, or rather a human being.
The Pittsburgh Athletics meeting.
Exactly. That is our testing ground, when our Pennsylvania University meets the University of California on the athletics field. It is proposed that a measured quantity of glucose is administered to one of the athletes from Pennsylvania to observe exactly what the reaction will be.
Well, it's been decided then to go ahead with the human experiment.
Yeah, I'm sure it cannot be dangerous, even if it fails.
I sure hope not. We don't take chances. Have you decided which athlete will be the first to take the glucose?
Yes, a young student named Bobby Nichols. He's in excellent shape. As a matter of fact, he is one of the best runners that the university has at the moment, and I think he would be an ideal subject.
I see. Well, that seems to be in order.
Well, I suppose I must be getting back to my kitchen, if you can call it that, huh?
Don't worry about anything, Professor. You got the CIA and the FBI in on this.
Well, here we go again. Another day, another dollar. Why Pittsburgh, though, Lee?
Will you keep your eyes on the road?
How'd you know I wasn't?
When you can't see, you just hear good, that's all. When you turn your head, the sound increases. Now you just keep your eyes on the road, Johnny.
I'm watching. So?
Well, apart from the killing of the student Hal Peterson, there's been quite a storm of student unrest at Pennsylvania University over the last few weeks. At first, the authorities didn't pay much attention to it, but it seems to have gotten out of hand lately.
And all over the world's the same, Lee. Just seems to be a wave of this kind of thing at the moment. Well, what's this got to do with us?
Johnny, the point is that the authorities have now pinned it down to an extremely fractious element of the student community. They feel there's a nucleus of students who are making it bad for the rest. And these students are communist-inspired.
Communist-inspired? Or trained? Is that what we're going to find out?
There's something you don't know, Johnny. Even I only found out about it this morning. Strictly top secret. You see, there's this Professor Niemann.
The guy whose name was on the report I read to you this morning?
Yeah, this guy is Professor of Biodynamics.
Here we go with that word again.
Well, actually, it's not that complicated. The definition, anyway. Biodynamics is a branch of biochemistry dealing with the study of vital force or energy on living organs.
Now he tells me.
This Professor Niemann, who's head of the Faculty of Biochemistry at Pennsylvania University, has apparently developed a synthetic foodstuff which is called plucrose. Now, this plucrose had the effect on animals of producing double the amount of stamina and energy that a normal man already possesses. So, there it is, Johnny. That's the story of Professor Niemann and his principle of dynamic energy. Central Intelligence have got enough on their plates keeping Professor Niemann under surveillance without the threat of a communist-inspired revolt.
Now I understand. So we got to get down there to keep the scene happy, huh?
Something like that, Johnny. Step on it, will you?
Looks like a particularly nasty killing.
Although instantaneous. A double chop to the right carotid artery.
Yeah, not the way we train our boys.
Well, what do you think actually happened, Lee?
Well, there's not much to go on. Professor Niemann's papers on the plucrose formula left untidily on the desk. Student Hal Peterson found dead on the floor beside them. Laboratory, obviously the scene of some kind of struggle, didn't you say, Johnny?
Yeah, but not much of one. Must have been over in a few seconds.
Yeah, and then there's the flash bulb. Cube shape. Apparently from a mini camera of sorts. Used.
Identified as Russian manufacture.
Yeah, the lab report on it definitely said, as near as can be ascertained, this flash could be of Russian origin.
Okay. Well, let's assume that whoever it was somehow entered the professor's laboratory, took out the plucrose papers, knowing exactly where they were kept, and then with his mini camera started to photograph each page. But someone, probably Hal Peterson, interrupted him. Now, he didn't like that at all, so he pitched in and killed Peterson. Then he panicked and blew. End of assumption.
Inside job, Lee?
It has to be.
Why?
There's one thing worries me. Just how did the intruder enter the lab?
He just unlocked the door and walked in.
Well, let's examine that lock once more, shall we, Johnny?
Yeah, just to your right, Lee.
Yeah, Just take a look here, Johnny. I can feel scratches on the metal.
Yeah, and the lock's busted. Kind of twisted.
Yeah, but the door frame isn't touched. Not splintered in any way.
That figures. It was the lock he was concerned with. Just picking the lock.
Then why the scratches and the metal all twisted?
Well, I'm with you. If you're just picking a lock, then why the necessity to twist the metal?
To make it look like forced entry.
Exactly. This lock was tampered with after entry. In other words, the guy had a key, opened the door, and walked in, as you say, Johnny, in order to make it look good. He tampered with the lock afterwards.
Skeleton key?
Johnny, the make?
It's a Schwanzheiser 5-lever action.
5-lever? You still think it's a skeleton key, Bradley?
I guess not. Then it was a duplicate, huh?
Or the original key itself.
What?
Professor Niemann, I'm concerned at the moment with one particular aspect of this whole case.
I would be glad to help in any way I can.
Thank you. The key to your laboratory. Where is it now?
Where it always is, on my person.
May we have it just for a moment?
Oh, certainly. Here.
I got it.
Johnny, you notice anything unusual?
No, just a pretty complicated pattern. Heavy, expensive to make, and definitely the original, because it has the maker's name on it. All duplicates just carry a number, no name.
Yeah, there's no use taking fingerprints. 10 to 1, the guy wore gloves anyway. Okay, give the key back, Johnny.
There's something wrong with the key?
Professor, has anyone else, other than yourself, access to this very important key?
No one. Only myself.
So, nobody ever enters that room without your presence?
I'm always alone when I work in there.
I understand. Well, thank you, Professor Niemann. That'll be all for now.
Very well, Mr. Masters.
Oh, Professor, one more thing.
Yeah?
This, Plucrose. I understand that you have a guinea pig. One of your students has been training for the intervarsity track meeting. Been on the stuff for some weeks now. Is that right?
Yes, it's correct, young Robert Nichols.
Yeah. How's he making out?
Extremely well. I'm sure he will impress everybody at the athletics contest.
Okay, Professor Niemann. You may go now.
Thank you, Mr. Masters.
Well, where do we go from here, Lee?
Good question.
Only 21,000 or so people on this campus, including staff.
Okay, now, what do we got? One dead student, an obvious attempt to photograph the professor's formula, a track meeting tomorrow, and 21,000 suspects.
Figure there's a link?
Link?
Well, yeah. Between these events and the so-called communist-inspired unrest here at the university.
Could be, Johnny.
So what do we do now? Interrogate 21,000 people?
No, I think it's reasonable to start with the central characters in this burlesque.
Beginning with... Bobby Nichols?
Yeah, who wants it?
I'm Johnny Bridges. This is Lee Masters.
FBI?
Right. You finished your workout? Can you take 5?
Sure, I'm just about through. I guess it's about Hal Peterson, huh?
Tell me, Bobby, were you one of his buddies?
We used to work out together quite often.
And, where exactly were you last night?
Me? Well, I was pretty bushed after training. Been pretty tough these last few weeks. Did a little studying up in my room, and I hit the sack.
You didn't hear anything unusual? No sound of a fight, maybe?
No.
Bobby, how are you feeling after being trained on the Plucrose substance?
Oh, great, just great. I'm going to show those babies at UCLA just what speed is.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. How was it that Professor Niemann chose you to be the first human subject?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I was in pretty good shape anyway. I don't mind. Kind of fun, really. No side effects.
Where you from, Bobby?
Seattle, Washington.
Long way from Pennsylvania. How come?
Oh, well, you see, I'm studying cosmonautics, and...
How's that again?
Huh? Oh, that's the science of aerial navigation in space.
You were saying, Bobby?
Yeah, well, that's why I'm here at Pennsylvania University. Seattle's not so good for that sort of thing. Besides, it was all full up. At Washington University, I mean.
Who's in your team in the relay race tomorrow?
Well, there's a guy named Maddox. He runs first, then he hands over to Bennett. Bennett takes it to, well, it was going to be Hal Peterson, but now it'll be Jim O'Grady.
So you're the final burst man, the fourth runner?
That's right. It's got to be that way. It's the final stretch that counts.
Okay, Bobby, that'll be all. You better go back to training. You want to be fit for tomorrow, remember?
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Masters. You want any help, you know where to come. Bye, Mr. Bridges.
Ciao.
Competitors for the long jump, please assemble on the far side of the field. Thank you.
Everyone know what to do?
Yeah, I got 6 in all. 2 are playing timekeepers, the rest sort of background boys.
Good. Johnny, I want you to pay particular attention to the relay race. I want a running report on that event.
But why the relay?
Well, you see, I'm working on a hunch, Johnny. At the moment, it's just a hunch. But I'm hoping for the best.
Well, I hope you know what you're doing, Lee. I can't see the light at all at the moment.
I may be wrong, but I'm pretty certain something is going to happen. And it's got to happen soon.
But why, Lee?
Well, for one thing, the guy who photographed that formula, he's now in possession of a very valuable microfilm. He's got to get rid of it, but fast. How? That's the question. Now, he has to pass it on. That's the way they work. Someone's the middleman, and there's a third and final contact, too.
Will the competitors for the final event of the afternoon, the 4x100 relay race, please assemble at the start. Thank you.
You think Bobby Nichols, even with Blue Cross, can beat Anderson in the final burst?
Anderson?
UCLA's final runner. Anyway, it looks like they're lining up, Lee. We'll soon find out.
And there they go, everybody. The first 2 are Maddox for Pennsylvania, Ford for UCLA. And Ford just slightly ahead. Maddox is going through.
Ford's handing over the baton. Now. Maddox, now.
And it's Grant from UCLA. Grant from UCLA, only a yard clear of Bennett for Pennsylvania. This could be anybody's race, ladies and gentlemen.
Grant hands over. Now. Bennett to O'Grady. Now.
Grant has just handed over to Richards of UCLA, and the gap has widened with O'Grady for Pennsylvania about 3 yards behind. Now a lot is going to depend on Nichols if Pennsylvania want to take the shield.
Richards is handing over to Anderson. Now. Here comes O'Grady. Now.
Anderson's going ahead slightly in this final burst. Nichols, he's catching Anderson. Yes. I've never seen anything like this in 20 years. It's Nichols, he's up to Anderson. He overtakes Anderson without any effort at all. Anderson seems to be standing still. It's Nichols all the way. Bobby Nichols of Pennsylvania University has won this race in what must be record time.
Phew. Boy, some race.
Watch him, Johnny. What's he doing?
Well, he's just talking to Anderson of UCLA.
How close are they?
Well, they're just talking to each other.
What's he doing?
Well, nothing, Lee. He's just handed over his baton to Anderson. At least I think so, but...
Okay, Bradley. Get it going.
Right.
Call him, Johnny.
Professor Neiman? Professor Neiman?
try the door.
Okay. Hey, it's open.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Let's go in.
All right.
Well, Johnny, what do you see?
Wow, what a mess. Bottles, jars all over the place. Hey, what's that?
There's been a fire here.
Yeah. Papers. Burnt.
The Plucrose formula.
I don't know, Lee, but someone's... Gee.
What is it, Johnny?
The professor, under the bench.
Dead?
I'll say. Head nearly blown off. There's a revolver in his hand. Suicide?
That's what I was afraid of. Well, let's start at the beginning, shall we? Professor Niemann discovers Plucrose here at Pennsylvania University. Now, this is dynamite. He knows it, we know it, and so do the Russians. Or at least they don't, right off. The Russians, like the Chinese, are very thorough when they go in for subversive activity. This Bobby Nichols, to all intents and purposes, is a clean, good-living, all-American boy from Seattle. But in reality, he's as Russian as vodka.
Trained in Russia?
Not only trained, he is Russian. Brainwashed and fitted out with a new psyche, a new personality, a new background. They get him into the States with a whole history built in, even with parents for good measure. His job? To create unrest among the students of the university. Yeah, there may be 100 other such Bobby Nichols scattered around campuses all over America.
But how did he find out about Plucrose? I mean, it was supposed to be top secret.
He found out the same way he got into Professor Niemann's laboratory. And that was the one thing worrying me. Now, as you know, Nichols won't talk. He just clammed up. But we can be pretty certain that Niemann not only told him about Plucrose, but actually gave him the key of his room.
Gee, but why?
Scientists are a strange breed, Johnny. To them, science crosses the boundaries of mere politics.
So Niemann was a double agent?
Not strictly, Bradley. He wasn't working for the Russians and the Americans. He let it be known among foreign embassy circles that he was interested in sharing his scientific discoveries with any country. China, too, if necessary. Yeah, the Russians soon put Nichols onto him.
And they formed an alliance.
Right. Now we come to the athletics meeting between Pennsylvania and California universities. If you recollect, Johnny, during my interrogation of Nichols, he made a perfectly innocuous slip. He said he was majoring in cosmonautics. Do you know the difference between astronauts and cosmonauts?
Oh, yeah, Lee. We Americans call spacemen astronauts, but cosmonauts is what they're called in Russia.
Yeah, precisely. I assumed Nichols was the guy we were looking for and who'd killed Peterson, but I couldn't prove it. Then at the sports meeting, I knew something had to happen, and it did. When you told me that Nichols was talking to Anderson at the end of the relay race and then handed over his baton to Anderson, that's when your boys jumped in, Bradley.
Gee, what a place to hide microfilm. And a hollow baton yet. Anderson was the third man. Oh, he was an ideal contact, living in at the University of California. Berkeley, near San Francisco, right on the coast.
And from the coast over the seas to the Soviet Union or anywhere, huh?
Yeah.
So Professor Niemann panicked when he saw what went on with the baton and shot himself. So I guess that takes care of that.
Well, we've still got the microfilm, Johnny. At least Niemann left that behind. And what's more, Plucrose works.
It sure does. I think I'll get hooked on that stuff. After all, in this business, you need to be a Superman. Believe me.
You have been listening to The Sounds of Darkness. Join the world of Lee Masters, the blind detective, next Tuesday in The Sounds of Darkness. The Sounds of Darkness is produced by Gerry van Beek.
Not bad, Johnny, not bad. 4 through the heart, 2 through the shoulder. Well, you better go up and see Harris now. I'll phone this result through to him in the meantime.
What's this all about, anyway?
Mr. Bridges, I don't know. I just work for the FBI. They don't let me in what's going on. Me, I'm just a small arms instructor, that's all. The big boss will tell you what it's all about.
Oh, well, thanks and goodbye.
Goodbye. Good luck, Johnny. I think you're going to need it.
Goodyear presents The Sounds of Darkness. Good evening. The Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, makers of passenger, truck, and tractor tires for every requirement in South Africa's farming, commerce, and industry, bring you Lee Masters, the blind detective who challenges the sounds of darkness. In tonight's Sounds of Darkness, you will hear Tony Jay as Lee Masters, James White as Johnny Bridges, and Elaine Lee as Samantha Darlington. Others in the cast are Erica Rogers, Eric Egan, Bruce Anderson, George Carellin, and Hugh Rouse. Now, let's join the world of Lee Masters in tonight's Sounds of Darkness. Traitors, beware.
Sure, Mr. Harris, I've heard of Lee Masters. Who hasn't? The guy's a legend.
That's right. I want you to work with him, Johnny.
Work with him? Oh, look, I know the guy was one of the greatest agents the FBI ever had, but he's...
That's right. He's blind. You're going to be his eyes.
Oh, don't get up, Mr. Bridges. I'm Samantha Darlington.
That's some name. They call you Darling for short?
No, they call me Sam. I'm Lee Masters' secretary. Are you on the team?
I don't know. He didn't say much.
What do you know about him?
I know he was an agent for nearly 30 years. Then he got blinded in a gunfight. Wounded in the head or something. He retired. Now, 3 years later, all of a sudden he's back. What for? What can a blind man do?
With or without his sight, Lee Masters is a great detective. Probably the greatest. In a way, he's like you, a rebel. He hates crime, though. He persuaded the chief the Bureau still needed him. And he needs to work. Oh, not for money, I don't mean. To him, the Bureau is his life. The one thing he hasn't got, the only thing, is his sight. That's why he needs you. Not just any guy. You. He's picked somebody that should complement him. Together, you should be an unbeatable team.
That sounds crazy. A blind detective.
I never forget a thing, Johnny. Not a thing. I know everything about every crook who ever got booked. I guess you call it a photographic memory. But it's more than a complete dossier. Sounds. This is a world that the average man is only half aware of. When a man can see, he gets lazy to use his nose, his ears, his sense of touch.
And you learn all the time. You don't have to see somebody to know they're unhappy. Listen to the way they walk, the way they breathe. Well, what do you say? Are you in?
I'm in.
Well, he'll do for me. The $64 question seems to be, will I do for him?
But do you think it's worth a try?
Sure.
All right. Anyway, sit down. First assignment, remember Max Lehman?
Max Lehman. Spent 2 years in Belsen concentration camp under the Nazis. Came to the States almost straight after the war. Brilliant physicist. After intensive security clearance, worked with our team on nuclear research. Charged with treason 1954. Acquitted and discharged as innocent. But the public weren't convinced. Disgraced. Dropped right out of the public eye. That's all I know.
That's about all there is to know. Except that 2 days ago, his body was found at the side of the road about 3 miles along the main highway heading west out of New York. He'd been beheaded. Very professional job.
Sort of like an official execution, huh?
Exactly. That's not all, though. Somebody had carved a nice little message on his chest with a knife.
Nice boys. What did it say?
It said, traitors, beware.
Short and sweet. Where's the body now?
It's in the police morgue, New York.
Johnny and I'll go and have a look at it. But, what's so important about this Lehman guy, anyway?
We kept tabs on him after the trial. He left the States and spent a couple of years in Russia. Came back here in 57. We were positive, of course, that now he really was going to work as an agent for the other side. He didn't take a deep breath without us knowing about it. But he did nothing wrong. Went from job to job. When he was killed, he was a medical representative. Harry Fisk was in charge of the whole thing. I want to know what Lehman was doing, why he was labeled traitor, and by whom. And I want to know what's happened to Harry Fisk.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were busy.
Well, by all that's holy, Lee Masters.
Lieutenant James.
Well.
Must be 7 years. How are you, Jimmy? Still on narcotics squad?
Yep. Oh, but it's Captain now.
Oh, pardon me. Well, how's things?
Oh, busy, too busy. Fast as we pull in one dope peddler, another one takes his place.
Yeah.
Nationwide ring somewhere. Anyway, that's my problem. You probably got your own. How long you going to be, Mr. Harris?
Oh, I'm finished, Jimmy. So long, Mr. Harris. So long, Jimmy.
So long, Lee.
See you around. Feel better now?
Yeah, that hit the spot. I suppose you get used to seeing morgues and bodies like that.
Well, I didn't see it. But we learned quite a bit down there.
You did?
Sure. Now, Lehman's body hasn't been cleaned up at all. That's just the way it was found. I felt the head. And I felt that carving, traitors beware, on his chest. You saw them both, Johnny. Did you get anything?
Only what I told you. The instruments used must have...
Nothing else. Just what you told me while we were down in the morgue.
Yeah, that's all. What else was there?
First of all, the carving was done while the guy was still alive. And secondly, when the head was severed from the body, the guy was already dead. I had a word with Doc Carter, the pathologist at the Central Precinct, and he agrees with me. He's also going to do an autopsy to determine what the cause of death was.
And how did you work that out?
By the blood, Johnny boy. The blood on the head and neck.
Now, wait a minute. There wasn't any blood.
That's right. The heart must have stopped pumping quite some time before the beheading took place.
Yeah, I see. Hey, but wait a minute. You said he was alive when the carving was done on his chest?
That's right.
There was no blood there either.
No, there wasn't. But there had been. It had been cleaned off. Probably to make reading the message easier.
I'm sorry, that's going too far, Lee. I don't see how you could know that.
That's why I asked the old guy in the morgue if they used any chemicals down there to preserve the bodies. You see, I smelt ether, and it was strongest around the chest. The carver had used ether to clean off the blood.
So maybe they used the same trick and cleaned the head and neck.
No, there was no smell there. I checked.
Oh, well,
That tells us something else, too. Ether isn't something you find in every home, you know. You'd think the guy would have used soap and water. Now this, coupled with one or two other things, makes it more than likely that the killer was a medical man of sorts, and that surgical instruments were handy.
Like a scalpel, you mean?
Good boy. Well, now I think I'd like to have a word with the late Mr. Lehman's daughter, the one who made the identification. Did you get her address?
Yeah, I got it. It's here somewhere. Say, that's funny.
What?
Her name is Elsa Lehman, and she lives in. Dr. Elsa Lehman, and she works at the Northside Hospital as an intern.
Johnny?
Yeah?
Slow down.
Okay.
Pull over to the curb. And keep your eyes on the car behind us.
I didn't notice any car.
Yeah, he's been on our tail for the last 10 minutes. Could be coincidence. Anybody in their right senses wouldn't use a car like that for tailing. Loud exhaust, souped-up 8-cylinder engine. Probably a foreign make from the way it sounds.
That's right, it is. How did you know?
No two makes of a car sound exactly the same. When you get down to it, there's even a slight difference between two cars of the same model and year. Anyway, pull over and stop. See what he does.
Okay.
Well, he's going past, isn't he?
Yeah, there he goes.
How many in the car? What do they look like?
Small, bald-headed guy driving, girl next to him. Good-looking chick. She's dark-haired. That's all I could notice.
Well, you'll have to train yourself to react quicker, son.
Yeah, wait a second. They're pulling to the curb, too, about 50, 60 yards ahead.
Interesting. All right. So we find out who they are. Now, look, drive slowly past them. And this time, I want a good description from you. Then get out of town on the main road headed west.
I'm Dr. Lehman. You wanted to see me?
Hey, it's her. It's the good-looking fellow who's in that car.
Well, I'm afraid I'm rather busy at the moment.
Dr. Lehman, this is Mr. Bridges. My name is Masters. We're from the FBI. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Go ahead.
Sit down, Miss Lehman.
Thanks.
When was the last occasion on which you saw your father? Before you were called in to identify his body, I mean.
He telephoned me in 1957, just after he arrived back here. When he first told me who was speaking, I almost cried with happiness.
And you never saw or heard of him from then until you identified his body?
Not a word.
I'm sure this is painful for you, Doctor, but you appear to have an excellent memory. Can you recall anything about that telephone conversation that seemed strange at the time?
I don't think so.
Did you recognize his voice straight away?
Well, no, I didn't come to think of it. But it was over the telephone. I mean, it was long distance.
Oh, sure. But all the same, it's rather strange.
If you don't mind, Mr. Masters, I must get back to work.
One last question. Who was the bald-headed fellow you were sitting in a car with about 45 minutes ago? You parked in 45th Street.
I'm afraid you're mistaken, Mr. Masters. I haven't left the hospital since 6 o'clock this morning. And there must be at least 24 doctors and nurses who can verify that.
You are listening to Traitors Beware. Tonight's Sons of Darkness, brought to you by Goodyear, the greatest name in rubber.
You making any progress with this Lehman case, Lee?
Oh, sure. Tell me, is Harry Fisk married?
No, I don't think so, Lee.
Well, can you find out for me, please?
Sure.
Look, I'll be in my office. Let me know when you've checked, will you?
Lee Masters' office. Oh, yeah, Mr. Harris. Yeah, I'll tell him. Thanks. Bye.
About Harry Fisk?
Yeah, Chief. Harry Fisk is 34 years old, not married.
Have you checked on that car registration number for us?
Uh-huh. Here you are. Registered owner-driven Martin Schrecker. I've got the address here.
Good. You sure that was the number of that car, the one with Elsa Lehman and the bald guy in it?
Positively.
And you're sure that the girl was Dr. Lehman?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's get round there.
Right, I'll pick you up outside.
All right, Sam. I want you to check on Mr. Schrecker for us.
Right.
Get on to immigration. Find out when he came into the States, where he came from, anything you can pick up. Meantime, we're going to give Lehman's flat a thorough going over.
Wait a minute. Here's something. Maybe some kind of appointment list. Monday, 18th JU S2K. Thursday, 4 AU S50K. Tuesday, 6 SE S10K. Sunday, 9 OC S5K.
Is that a lot?
Yeah, so. Now, wait a minute. Up top here it says 101 14 1145. That's everything. Doesn't make any sense, does it?
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Give me a description of the room again.
Okay, here we go. Cane table and 4 cane chairs. Radiogram, French windows to the balcony.
Hold it. Has he got any records for that phonograph?
I didn't notice. Hang on, I'll check.
10114 1145.
All classical. Brahms, Beethoven, Mozart. Hey, wait a minute. Here's one. Tomorrow is a yesterday to come. A sunny day with sunny day.
Whose sunny day?
Top of the pops.
Bring that one with you. Let's get back to the office.
Martin, I'm not happy about this Lee Masters man. I smell trouble.
Please, Elsa, what can he do? He's old, he's blind.
And he's dangerous. Where does he live?
I could find out. Without that young man, he's powerless.
Who can be more helpless than a blind man alone? Even you should be able to handle that, Martin. See to it. Tonight.
You're a strange girl, Sam.
I smell a line. Don't. This is strictly business.
I know you think Lee Masters is some kind of Superman, but just what he thinks we're going to find out here, I just can't guess.
What time are you supposed to phone me?
11:30. Yeah, it's almost what I know.
The phone's over there. I'll order us another drink while you're away.
Funny stop for me. I have a hunch this thing is going to break tonight.
Let it ring.
Just as you say. It's your party.
You better answer it. Be careful what you say. This gun could make an awful mess.
Lee Masters here.
The Fitz just came in with Elsa Lehman. How about that?
Uh-huh.
What do I do?
Yeah, okay.
Look, what is this? What do I do?
Yeah, I understand. I'll call you back.
What is this? Are you in trouble?
Maybe.
Should I come over there and leave Sam to watch these two?
Yeah. Goodbye.
Who was that?
My boyfriend. He always rings me this time of night.
Wise guy. You're too smart to live, Masters.
Yeah. One thing I don't know, Schrecker. Where did you first meet Lehman? Was it in Belgium?
As a matter of fact, it was. He was a traitor even then. He used to squeal to the Nazis for extra privileges.
So it was you that carved him up, eh, Dr. Schrecker? That was one piece I couldn't figure.
Yes, it was. How did you get on to us?
Oh, I knew Lehman wasn't for real way back. When I first heard that his daughter didn't recognize his voice, as a matter of fact. That kind of switch is the oldest trick in the business. Rub out a guy and then send an agent in his place. He'd obviously been sent over here with instructions from the big guys to wait until the heat was off before he started operating. But Harris didn't take the heat off. Harry Fisk had been watching Lehman for 9 years. In the meantime, Lehman... What was his real name, by the way?
Gaber. Max Gaber.
Anyway, Gaber, Lehman, set himself up as a medical representative. A clever cover. But he didn't reckon on the long finger coincidence. The coincidence that brought him up against the lady who was supposed to be his daughter, Dr. Elsa Lehman, otherwise joint head with yourself of a nationwide dope peddling ring. One that's been worrying my friend, Captain James, for some time. By the way, Schrecker, why aren't you at the get-together?
How do you know about that? You're bluffing, Masters.
Really? A little nightclub down in the basement of 101 14th Street? That's a front, of course. No doubt in the best traditions, you have a little room tucked away in the back. There's only one little unknown quantity. Harry Fisk. And I only hope for his sake that he's playing this straight. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a crooked FBI agent.
What's happening? Lee, are you all right?
Cool it, Johnny. I'm fine. Better check on Dr. Schrecker, though.
Put the lights on. I can't see a thing.
Hang on a minute. That's better.
What happened?
Did I get Schrecker in the shoulder?
Yeah, you did. It looks like you shattered the clavicle. Well, what's been happening here?
He's not the first gunman I've ever entertained, Johnny. I had an idea they'd come for me. That's why I arranged for the fixture to be played on my home ground. See this switch under the desk here? In the dark, I'm the boss. I keep a .22 down here in the bottom drawer. With the lights out, Schrecker was blind, you see. That put me one up. His shots gave away his position. I aimed for his shoulder.
And I thought I was coming to rescue you.
Everybody underestimates me. Something for you to remember, Johnny. All cats are the same color in the dark.
Jimmy. That makes the party complete. Are you happy?
Well, you can say that again. That's the mob that's been worrying me for some time. How did you get onto him, Lee?
It was quite easy. Once we searched Lehman's apartment. Johnny and I found that piece of paper. There were a lot of dates and numbers like 50K. I figured that for 50,000. Money Lehman was being paid, you see. And then right at the top of the paper was written 101141145. Oh, that was easy. 101 14th Street at 11:45 p.m. That's when you broke up the little party, Jimmy. I hate explanations. Just listen to this record. Another thing I found in Lehman's apartment. It's a conversation between him, or should I say Gaber, and the two heads of the ring, Elsa Lehman and Martin Schrecker. Okay, Johnny, put it on.
So you're the one that's supposed to be my father.
Never mind that. Let's talk money.
What makes you think you'll be here, sir?
I know you two are running a dope ring using this hospital as a front. I'm ashamed of you, daughter dear.
What do you want?
A cut, of course.
That's all we need. Switch it off, Johnny. Well, that wraps it up, I think. There's your proof, Jimmy, if you need it.
I don't. They confessed.
And Lehman? Probably died in Russia 10 years ago. The body we found was one Max Gaber. He was an agent biding his time till the heat was off before he started operating. As things worked out, he never did get started.
What about Harry Fisk?
Oh, he's clean. After all, there's no law against an FBI agent falling in love. It's his own problem if he falls in love with a crook.
So ends tonight's Sounds of Darkness, presented for your entertainment by the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, makers of world-famous passenger tires, truck and tractor tires for every requirement in South Africa's farming, commerce and industry. Join us next Friday and every Friday night at 9:30 when Goodyear will again present the blind detective Lee Masters in The Sounds of Darkness.